Hari Bol. This is Chetan Gandhi. I'm a practicing company secretary, and apart from CS, I've done Masters of Laws and Masters in Leadership Science, along with Diploma in Information Technology Laws and few other courses. Today, we will be discussing on how to study CS modules primarily. We often notice that they are big fat modules, and these are so we find it very difficult and very confusing, the language and all that. First of all, we have to understand CS is basically law. It covers 95% of the law syllabus. So CS is covering everything about law. Now, law itself is very confusing. It is not easy, and the language of the modules is more or less similar to the Berek language, which is little confusing and cryptic. If we see primarily, then the judges also find it difficult to interpret many times, and they take many years. The lawyers fight on the basis of interpretation. So if we don't understand in the first reading, we should not be worried at all. Yes, and it is not possible to remember also in the very first reading. So what we should do is, when we start any modules of our CS, just read them. Only plainly read them and understand them. Okay, what it wants to say. Once you understand, that is enough. You need not remember it immediately. Then, whatever we have read it, immediately read it within 24 hours. Yes. And again, you just have to understand, you don't have to study. Studies doesn't come immediately. First, we just have to do reading. After first 24 hours reading, within first 24 hours reading, we should read it on 7th day. Same thing. And again, on 15th day or 30th day, we can do the same reading. When we will do couple of times reading, and while reading, more and more times you're reading, and whatever you're understanding, you start preparing your notes. Don't study. Don't try to remember now. Prepare your brief notes, and very brief notes. Do not have a second module as such. The notes should be such that we can read them a day before our exams, because we hardly get few hours between two papers. So just prepare your notes in brief, write it down or type it out, whatever, and make very brief notes. For example, section 3 discusses about formation of companies. So we have private company, public company, OPC company. So private, public, so if we write section 3, in next straight we'll write private, public, OPC, pass. And company is limited by shares, company is limited by guarantee, and unlimited company. Bas, that itself is enough to explain section 3. Bas, that's all. Don't write everything, whatever is there in that section 3. Then it becomes like writing the second module. And so just read it. And when you're reading, you can underline keywords or few important sentences and all that. That you can do. And when you're writing your notes, when you're preparing your notes, in bracket, just write down the page number of your module where you have to refer. In case then, later on when you're revising your notes, whatever you've prepared, when you're reading them again, and if you find it confusing, these are very few words, I'm not able to get it, refer to the page number of your module. Once you refer to your page number, read it in detail, then you will remember it. 1 or 2 times you do, that's enough. And you will then slowly start remembering everything. And remembering and studies happen on 4th, 5th reading, not before that. First 3 readings is just reading and understand. Read, understand. Afterwards, slowly we'll start remembering. And by 7th, 8th revision, yes, 7th, 8th revision, we will start remembering everything. And that is what is expected. That we should read at least 8 to 10 times properly, so that when we give our exams, we are thorough. And accordingly, go ahead for our exams. so that we are successful and we are confident that we are going to pass our exams with very good marks. So this is how we have to study this CS modules. We should not take tension at all. Oh, I'm not able to remember. Don't do that. Just read it, and read it. And then fourth, fifth reading, slowly you will start remembering also. And from your notes, whatever you have done, you can record them and listen to them. When you recorded lessons, you will listen to again and again in your leisure time when you want to relax and you are tired of reading and all that. You can record them and listen to your notes which you have prepared. So that will also help you for easy and quick revision. This is how you should do your modules. That's all. Thank you very much.